Welcome to Braunhaven. We're going to be picking up where we left off 2 weeks ago. We had, oh boy, just a mess last week, and so we had to take the week off. Um, Health issues, and it was just a mess. But we are back. These guys are in the town of, which one is this? This is Obernmolsen. And so these are the twin towns of Miroslava and Obernmolsen that sit on either side of the fjord that leads up from the Dragon Sea into the Great Inland Sea that kind of goes into the heart of Stagina. These guys are staying at the Jacosta's Inn and Tavern, and Obernmolsen kind of has the reputation of being a party town for ship crews that are coming and going, and so there's all kinds of entertainment to be had at Jacosta's, but the whole reason that they're here is that they are heading for uh, a known dungeon ruins site that nobody has returned from. They anybody that's entered has never returned from this place, and it is called Jottheim. And Jottheim is fabled to have been the city of the gods. That's where the gods, the gods of the giant pantheon, and the old gods lived in Stagina, and this was before the coming of the Three and the War of the Heavens, which pretty much rearranged the landscape, and Jotunheim was said to have fallen into the earth and never to be seen again. And so it is rumored that there's all kinds of fabulous riches and treasure that can be found, and yet nobody has found it. Like a lot of Stygian rumors and legends, one has to ask, well, how do you know that there's anything there if nobody came back? But before we get started, we would like to point your attention to the fact we do have a merch store via Zazzle. We have t-shirts and buttons and hoodies. The hoodies are black hoodies, and they have the charcoal image of the characters from today's game, with the exception of Goodmund and Peppermint, which I still have yet to make hoodies for them. But we also have whiskey rocks glasses and beer steins, and there is a fleece blanket with the original map of the Gaussian Empire on it, and there's all sorts of stuff. And 100% of the proceeds from that stores goes directly back into our channel, and that kind of helps us, with all the little things that creep up at the beginning of the month, such as the subscription for Roll20 Pro or the subscription for Incarnate Pro, which we use for making maps, even the software that we use to make these videos. So if you would like to help us out and get yourself a really cool t-shirt or whatever, go get yourself a hoodie, and we appreciate everything that you do for us. So you guys have spent the night at Jacosta's. I mean, how much partying are you guys doing? I mean, I can imagine that that Jackson's probably tying one
I
on.
thought we were spending a couple of days in town to rest, recoup,
That's
and
that's probably true. That's probably true. I mean,
Probably everybody but Mavis is gonna party. So
yeah.
yeah. I mean, how much gold are you dropping so that we have an idea of what level of partying?
And I thought we dropped like a 500 gold piece
Was that
gem
yeah?
to have the whole floor
Oh,
and
that's right. You
have
rented
all
out
our.
the top floor of Jacosta's Inn. Yeah. So, what are you, aside from drinking and whoring, what are you doing for your couple of days of recuperation? I mean, there is a market that there's not really a whole lot here. There is um, of course, a market. They have the usual useless trinkets. There are some slaves. The one thing that might be of interest to Jackson and perhaps others, they do sell a sweet, crisp mead that they sell for 15 gold pieces per gallon. It's a 1 gallon barrel.
Of me, Nate.
Yes, yes. Stagina, everywhere that you've been in Stagina has mead, and it is known world over as some of probably their biggest export.
With a gallon? That see now I'm worried about it when it's a gallon. That's like, hey, we got this box of wine here. Like what? Nah,
Right,
man, y'all garbage.
right. Yes, and I mean every town that you go into, or every inn, just like in the Galatian Empire or other locations, every inn or tavern essentially brews their own ale. And it's the same way here in Stagina. They all brew their own mead, and it like I said, it is well known the world over as the best mead that you can get. Many have tried to mimic it or use the recipes, and this stuff still comes out ahead. In fact, a lot of towns. So in the summertime, Staginians, the king of Stagina, will generally announce the raids, and so warriors will load up into ships and will go out and raid towns. And really, this is usually the lion's share of the taxes that are collected by the crown, because the king, when these ships come back with cargo holds full of treasure, keeps 75% of it. And so this
Damn.
is an incentive for these raiding crews to take bigger and bigger risks to fill their holds. And and so a lot of towns, when they show up, will will buy off the raids, and rather than let these Viking raiders come in and slaughter their people and burn their churches and steal their shit, they'll instead make a deal where they'll say, "Hey, we'll give you all this stuff if you give us your mead." And so they figure the way the towns figure it is that, well, we'll or at least we're getting something for our money. And so that is how it has made its way south and east, because the raiders, they've raided as far south as the city of London in the borderlands. So um, that's how a lot of these that's how this mead has kind of propagated and has created a taste for it. And so the Staginians aren't just raiders; they are also um, adamant explorers and traders, and so this is likely their biggest export. So it would be of interest to Jackson.
Okay, then yeah, he'll get some of that one too.
So yeah,
You want to compare? Gonna compare it to the others he's had?
sure. Yeah, it's like it's 15 gold pieces per barrel. And it's, like I said, it's a 1 gallon barrel.
All right, I'll take it out of the till.
Okay.
I'm sure the party's like, can you stop using all of our money on alcohol?
Oh, it's not even a big thing.
the
But
the other question that I had, and I was thinking about this. Of course, I'm in the heart of writing the next or the finale book, and that's going to have 3 adventures in it. And the second adventure is, um, well, I mean, I'm calling it an adventure, but it's really about the army that you're building facing off with the Imperial Legionnaires. And so my question is, and I know that you've spent some gold. Um, how much of your hoard of gold, and you can just give me a percentage, and you can do the math later of how much that's spent. How much are you spending to equip, outfit, train, spread propaganda to get more troops from the peasantry? how much of that of your little pile there that you've got going on at Castle Braun are you expending on this?
Oh, hell, I don't know. I mean, we have an active blacksmith going, you know.
Right, which that much I
Yeah.
understand, but I mean, you're going to have to fielding
Some of these people have their own equipment. Like I would think, like the guys that we're recruiting that are going to meet, I think they'd kind of be already armed for,
they will.
you know.
The
I mean,
dwarves and the elves, of course, and any Stygianians that you get, they'll come with
mm,
their own stuff. But that's not going to include any peasantry and whatnot. That I mean, the peasants, the bulk of them, the most that they've used as a weapon would be a shovel or a broom or a pitchfork. So
mhm.
you're going to want to equip them and give them some training, which costs money.
I mean, if we drop 50 ahead, uh, I mean that's enough for a decent little weapon and decent suit of mundane armor and
50 is a lot for basic
Mm,
stuff. No,
uh,
not
I think the armor is the
necessarily.
I guess not.
expensive
I guess not.
part.
You're right. I guess not. No, that's not that much.
Yeah, I mean,
But
banded mail armor in and of itself per person is 50. I mean, if you're giving them
You're right. You're right.
leather, you're talking 20.
No wonder
but
these
they're just
kingdoms are always over here robbing everybody. It's expensive.
yeah, it
Right.
is expensive. I mean, I think we should dedicate 25% to rebuilding the castle and all that, and then another 25% for raising the army, all that combined, paying the people, equipping them, feeding them,
Okay,
all
so
that. And as we get bigger halls, I mean that means more money is going to those things, and we ought to see improvements and returns back home. I would think.
off the top, you're talking about a total of 50% between the two. And I believe Brian is the one who is the banker, is keeping track
I
of the
am.
coins. You can go ahead and make a note that 25% is going to Castle Braun rebuilding, and 25% is going to marshaling the forces, and you can cut that pile in half right off the bat.
What do you mean? I gotta cut it. Does that mean everything from this point forward is getting cut?
If I mean, if that's what if you want to make this a continuing thing, then yes. But if not, just your immediate pile you can cut in half.
Okay. So that's all of the monies, gold, platinum, everything, cut in half. Okay.
Yes.
That's probably a really good chunk of change, though.
Yes. I would think.
Yeah.
You
A
guys
little
have,
over 75,000 gold, 35 electrum, 35 silver,
I mean,
25
you guys
copper,
have
and
collected a ridiculous amount of treasure. And this is another. I mean, I'm gonna go at it again. This is another thing I like about Castles and Crusades is that there is a mechanic in place. It more or less is an optional mechanic, but it is heavily implied that it should be used frequently for wastage, which was never a part of basic or expert DD, really, or even AD&D. This was something that people had to come up with on their own. And what that mechanic is that after any particular campaign, I mean, we've had some wastage. Brian breaking swords or having weapons destroyed is a possibility, but if you get hit with a crit, there's a possibility that your armor is so dented that it can't work anymore, or a shield is just obliterated, or what have you. And even magic weapons can in some cases, need to make a save, and others they're impervious to damage. But there is a wastage mechanic. that require trips to towns such as Obernmolsen. There is a requirement to spend money in order to keep going because you have to either buy new shit or get the shit that you have repaired, and that's something I really like because it alleviates the carrying a castle around on your back routine because all of this treasure has to go somewhere, and there's very few places to spend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, um, so this is one of those money sink, big money sink items that takes up funds. So yeah, cut that pile in half.
I have cut the pile.
Yeah,
If-
because you guys are so broke by cutting that in half.
Hey man,
Not at
hey man.
all.
It's not the feeling
have-
of the money being gone, okay? It's the feeling.
We have all those gems and shit still, and jewelries and valuable items. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
that's a very big chunk. I mean, I could probably damn near fund the shit you've got going on. You know, I could probably replace it all in gems. But
Oh, well then never mind. I don't feel bad anymore.
yeah,
Well, and I mean, this is one of the reasons why, even to this day, gems are in reality. Gems are a sought after commodity because you have a large value in a very small, lightweight currency.
yeah.
So beyond that question, and Jackson purchasing mead, are you like I said? There's not really a whole lot here.
Okay, yeah, we're
Well,
just hanging out in a small town and not having crazy shit happen like one time.
The market, some of the trinkets that the market sells, they have, this might be of interest maybe to Alora, possibly to Mavis and Malachi, but they have things like good luck charms that are supposedly blessed by the gods. They generally sell this shit to sailors. Trinket.
Mavis is there. That is hers.
Yeah, I mean, for
Are they cheap?
yeah, for like 2 gold pieces, you can get a little ivory carved scrimshaw pendant on a leather thong necklace that's supposed to give you good luck. And
Okay, I bought one. I put it on my sheet. Got us a luck charm. Doesn't do anything.
it does not.
Probably.
Yeah, and I rolled an 85. There's like a 10% chance that it might do something, but yeah, this
Wow.
is not one of those cases.
That's pretty good. All right. I've spent some money on some nonsense. Feeling good.
All right, so you bought the mouse ears hat and and a T-shirt says I went to Obernmolsen, and all I got was a stupid pendant. And
That's right.
you guys continue on your way. I need to find my big map, and I really need to go through this. I think I've said that for the last month.
Do they have any of the magic mushrooms?
They do.
Mushroom.
One.
Magic mushrooms.
They...
Where our castle is going to be famous for having the best mead around because of its magic mushroom qualities.
Yeah, here, drink this mead and
We're going to have a festival that includes having combat while drunk on the magic mushroom mead.
So the market does have two, I guess, like little pouches considered like one dose of Bumble Snort, and they want 5 gold pieces per pouch for it. And this is a For pretty much most of the region, Bumble Snort is a rare fungus, usually found in marshy um, areas, and it is a powerful hallucinogen. It is a crossover hybrid that showed up here on the prime material plane when the Fey realm touched it, and there's a lot of instances of this kind of thing. And it can be used. You can there's two uses. The first is that it can be dried and chopped up and can be snorted, or it can be sprinkled in mead or over food, and it will produce powerful hallucinations for 1d6 plus 6 turns. And during that time, you gain half of your hit dice as temporary hit points, and this can lead to these people that are hallucinating to have heroic acts of idiocy because they think they're invulnerable. And it is highly, highly addictive. The other form is that it is dried and crushed and made added to a tincture that makes it into a potion of ESP, which allows you, of course, to imbibe the potion, and you can more or less read the surface thoughts of whoever that you concentrate upon. Hold on. Why is my...
I don't know.
There we go. I was saying that my camera was sending at a low frame rate. I don't know why. It didn't seem like it was, but anyways. There's 2 doses of that. So 10 gold pieces for both of them. There is another one that is another kind of fungus. It is like a fungal pod that actually flowers. It's another kind of weird crossover called pixiewort. And the flower petals from pixiewort can be dried and made into a tea or a potion that causes sleepiness. The tea can be imbibed by people that are having difficulty sleeping, or as a medicinal aid for somebody who needs to have a limb amputated. And it works like the sleep spell. And drinking a potion will cause... the other side of it is that it can be made into the stalks of pixiewort. So that the sleep potion is from the flower petals. The stalks of pixiewort can be made into a potion of diminution, which, if you drink the potion, you will shrink to 6 inches high for 1d4 turns.
Wait, shit, how do we get that stuff?
They have...
That sounds like useful.
They
Not
have-
just my random hobby of making people hallucinate.
They have one pouch of pixiewort. Now, if you want to, they of course have some sleep potions and potions of diminution. Of those, they have 3 sleep potions to the tune of... these are going to be quite a bit more expensive. To the tune of 66 gold pieces per potion for sleep potions, and there's 3 of them. And
Cameron, how do we feel about sleep potions?
They have 2 potions of diminution at 46 gold pieces each.
Cameron, how do you feel about sleep and/or diminution potions?
Sleep potion, I can cast sleep.
Okay,
And
so
the
that's not something we need.
diminution potion, I think we've used before. I swear it was. I have 2 of those.
Oh, you already
So
have
we're
2.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, then we do not need those.
Yeah, no worries.
Unless, can either of you think of a reason why we would want to like slip someone a sleep potion so that like they fall asleep but don't know that it was us that did it?
I can't think of a reason that would go with the party's general purpose, but I mean,
Well, then never mind. No, just making sure.
Putting people to sleep to steal all their shit is a wonderful plan. and Boyman will embrace that and bring it up often.
So do you want to keep the potion then in your inventory? Because I have like 10 billion potions, so I'm not
A
going to
potion
remember.
of sleep, a sleep potion for Borman. Yeah, I'll give it to him. See what happens.
All right.
So 66 gold pieces for that. Or if you're buying another one.
I don't think we are. I think she had some already.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for that. Now I remember we have the potion. I forgot we had it.
I mean, if
How
we're
long does the shrinky part last? The shrink potion. How long does that last for?
Up to 40 minutes.
I know you said it, but
It's
40
1d4 turns. A turn being in this game, a turn being 10
10
minutes.
minutes. Okay. That would be useful for something. Just gotta remember we have it.
yeah.
Need. I think I'm just gonna reuse shipwreck map. Yeah. It kind of works. Sorry, I'm setting this up here. Okay. We're just using this as a battle map. Everybody roll a d6. So, who got the 2 2s? Oh, no, all of those are. So, all of Wes's characters are surprised.
I got a 1, a 2, and
No.
a 4. Is 1 and 2 surprised?
Yes.
Okay, so Laura and Mavis are surprised.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for Mira?
Sure.
Okay.
And Mira is surprised.
Mira's surprised.
Jeebus. Right. There we go. And then. Oh, that's fucking perfect. At least it's a cat, right? Find it.
Ooh. Gonna have Mira face off against the cat. Cat off.
A cat off. Reminds me of this one time at the strip club. And it's funny because their cat token looks like my cat Indy. So, as you guys are traveling, your first day, you do run into I guess, a pack of uh, saber-toothed cats that are hunting. They have recently taken down uh, probably a juvenile mastodon and are
Wow.
feasting on it. And I guess we need to see. I mean, I may have gone through all of this for nothing, but let's see. How are they going to react to you? They are feasting. I don't know how you guys want to deal with them, but they are. This is a problem for making camp. They are wildcats. These are saber tooths. They are
I
aware of your
mean,
presence.
can't
Shouldn't they be all
can't.
full and happy?
I mean, we've got an animal guy. I mean, doesn't he go deal with the animals and make them happy and go on their way?
Sure. I mean, they're not surprised. They're aware of you, but everybody go ahead and roll
Let me get that
initiative.
potion of sleep. Let me get that potion of sleep.
Just hold on.
Yeah,
Let
I'll
me put
give
it
it
on
to
this
you.
mastodon that you're eating, and
No, I was gonna
If you
toss it
want
on a
me to,
random piece of meat that we have and toss it to them as like a friendly gesture.
mm,
And then we coup de grace. Yeah.
and then we all get really cool capes and headdresses.
That's a good point. I don't know how I feel about just randomly killing some wild animals and do shit to us.
then we
It's
just like go around.
Yeah, I mean that of course is a
They're
possibility
busy.
too.
Can't imagine they're gonna have any treasure. They're just cats.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
And it's just a mastodon.
they do have treasure. Not a
Oh,
lot.
and fuck it. We're killing them. Borman's like, yep, I smell gems. They gotta die.
Right, right. uh,
The real question is, Mir's not Mir's surprised, so I don't have to worry about her suddenly just being like territorial over here and be like, screw these cats.
yeah. Need initiatives for Brian and Cameron.
Oh wait,
Oh, I'm
those things
sorry.
initiative.
No problem.
Jeez. I rolled for surprise and then didn't do the second part. Okay. There.
Yeah, and my
And
C-
Gentry's got the 0 because
oh right,
yeah.
in my CNC game last week, because CNC uses a D10 for initiative. My wife was like, "Can't we just roll a D20 like we used to?" And I'm like, yes, let's go ahead and do that because we're adding dexterity to the initiative roll anyways in my games, and a D20 plus your dex is going to give me a wider range to
Yeah.
avoid a situation where 3 or 4 characters are all going at the same time. We've run into that many times. So yeah, I was like, yeah, just go ahead and roll a d. Who cares? It all it's doing is deciding who goes first. So the cats, like I said, they are undecided, unsure. They see you guys. They are mowing down on this carcass of a juvenile mastodon, and they are growling and hissing. Um, the typical cat warning: "Stay the fuck away from me and my food." Jackson, you want to attempt a? I don't know what you want to attempt to do.
I assume that I have some kind of like meat item that I would feed Mira with generally.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you've got. I mean, I'm sure you guys have iron rations or standard rations. Probably more iron rations.
Yeah. We're pretty good about
You've
like,
got a pouch of beef jerky.
yeah. I'll just throw the sleep potion and the beef jerky together, and like just like toss it out and be like, we don't want y'all. We're not trying to steal your
So
food. Matter of fact, here's some food.
so are so you want to toss it out? These are 5 foot squares. I mean, where you are currently at, they are 55 feet away from you.
Okay, fine. Then I will use 30 feet of my movement to get to here,
Okay.
go to here. How far can I throw?
Oh,
I'm just
I
throwing.
would. I mean, I would think that you could throw that far. Yeah. So
Okay.
you
And I will throw to here.
okay? So you toss this bag in there. Roll 2d6 plus or minus your charisma modifier.
Ready? I don't know what the hell
Now,
charisma is.
now
That's something I don't have.
you get. Dude, that's not a good roll. You do
That's like
get
a negative roll with my charisma.
right. You do get. I'm not sure that this is gonna matter, but according to what I
No,
wrote for the Volchvion Ranger,
I know I get a +1, but then I get the -1 for the dex
so
or
it's a
for my
0.
charisma. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it washes. So,
yep.
yeah,
They don't trust my offering of food.
they do not and are aggro that you have gotten closer.
Oh
And
no, I ran back after that. That's why I said 30 feet of my movement was to
okay,
get perfect half. So half to get up there and then half to get back. Like run up, toss some meat, and then run back.
yeah, they are with a 3
With a 3.
specifically.
I'm a really bad ranger.
Unfriendly may attack. Yeah, they are going to. Uh,
You know, for a guy who's supposed to be good at animals, I am not good at animals.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I mean, you've got the green outfit and stuff. I don't know.
I'll have to take some more animal handling classes. Oh damn,
Yeah,
that's a lot of range. Oh, they came up on us. Okay,
they can't quite make it. That's okay.
got to Jackson. One got to Jackson.
Yes, one is going to run up on Jackson and as cats do, fuck your food. And is going to make 2 claw attacks and a bite on Jackson.
Oh sure.
You have a displacer cloak, is that correct?
Jackson does, yes.
Okay.
Wait, no, Jackson does. I don't have him having one. No, Jackson does not. It's
Okay.
Dentry that.
Okay.
So weird. I thought he did, but he doesn't.
So first claw. A 12's not going to do it. I'm pretty sure. Unless you've got really shitty
Yep.
AC.
Nope, Jackson's decent.
Shit, a 13's not going to do it. So the 2 claws miss. And a bite. 24.
Ooh, the bite.
It
The bite
swipes.
does it.
It comes up and it swipes at your legs, and you kind of backtrack, and then it lunges forward and clamps down with its jaws. Here. For 8 points of damage.
Hang on. Shit. Okay.
Laura,
Mira, you might get replaced with this shit. Damn.
Laura is surprised. Borman is surprised. Peppermint.
Let's see. Okay, they're a lot closer now. Let's see here. Okay, let's attack.
Okay. Using your bastard sword.
Yes.
Going sword and board.
I got 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 8.
Okay, and I assume you're hitting the one that just chomped down on Jackson.
Yes.
Okay, so Peppermint comes up and swings and cuts into this cat. Mavis is
Is
surprised.
surprised.
Mira is surprised. Malachi is surprised. Wow, man, he guys. And Goodman is surprised. Jackson, what would you like to do?
Jackson is pissed off that this cat denied his offering of food. Like, all I wanted to do was give you some damn food and help you go to sleep so we didn't have to kill you, but you want to go and bite a motherfucker. Well, let me show you what a motherfucker does, okay?
Oof, that is a hit.
Didn't quite behead it, but I was close, damn it. I was close.
Okay, so you reach out with your vorpal,
Vorpal.
slice again into this cat. Dentry.
Gentry is just like, why are we fighting with stupid cats? But fine. 5,
For the
10.
XP.
He right, that part. Right into the center of the cats, just like smack dab in the middle. And is just like, he's gonna take out the one that's going on Jackson, just like, screw this, this is stupid. These aren't even worthy opponents. Keep rolling good on attack and bad on damage.
It's better than the
7
other
more
way
points of
around.
damage.
So
True story.
you swing out, and are you attacking the same cat?
Yeah, same cat.
Okay. So Dentry swings out and slices the cat. Just a second. Yeah. There it is. Sorry, I'm trying to see exactly what the hell's going on here. I don't know. Oh, Discord seems to be having some kind of issue. Anyways, so Dentry slashes out at this cat. The cat's now in range of Dentry and Peppermint. Two of them are going to make attacks on Dentry since he has presented himself.
Now, I do have the displacer on Dentry.
Right. So 2 claws on the first attack. That isn't going to do it. That isn't going to do it. And a bite. 17's probably not going to do it either. Yep. 21 hits. 7. So Dentry, this cat misses. Dentry gets his Venger attack. The other cat,
Lucky for them, it's only once per attacker, not once per attack.
first claw. second claw, and a bite. I mean, at least that came close. Yep, that's a hit. 6. Again, you get your vengeful attack with your Venger Sword on Peppermint. Is Peppermint wearing a displacer? Or no?
I have an elven cloak.
Right. 23 for a claw attack.
Yeah, that hits.
For 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Second claw. 12's not going to do it. And a
No.
bite. 16?
Nope.
Okay. So then this cat. This little kitten. Okay. Makes its morale check and is pissed off. Whoops, that's that one. Okay. Does an 18 hit Jackson?
No.
13's a miss. And a bite. 25, another bite.
The bite. Damn it. I was gonna say it takes a minus. That's with the displacer, right?
On Jackson. Jackson doesn't have a
Oh, right, Jackson. That's my bad. I was hoping to get right. Never mind. Damn.
For another 9, this cat jumps down on Jackson's
It's
hip.
2d8.
Yes, for a bite.
Fuck.
Yeah, and the saber-tooth serrated fangs dig into Jackson's hip. Alora, what would you like to do?
Damn. I was gonna like point out the -2 for Dentry, but that wouldn't have made a difference. Shit.
So it's Jackson who's getting his shit rocked right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
been gnawed on a couple of times.
I'm gonna go up and tag him, give some HP back. 7 back.
Thank you. Shit.
Stick o healing. Borman, what would you like
Yeah,
to do?
it is very much appreciated.
Well, I mean, right here, and I guess I'm not invisible, so I will. I'm gonna kind of move. I'm gonna move like right over here, so I can get a bead on this guy
Okay.
and throw my axe at him.
All right.
Was a 14 hit?
It does.
All right. 2d6 plus 1. 11 points of damage.
Ooh, okay. So you throw your axe and it cuts into the shoulder blade of this cat and then flips back into your hand. Peppermint.
I'm to attack. So that's 14 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, cool. For max damage of 12.
Ooh. Okay, so you bring that sword down, and again, this cat is grievously hit, is bleeding profusely. Mavis.
Let's see here. Okay, I can get in there. Can I try and finish off that same one? I guess if I get a little closer.
Yeah, you can. I would say it's kind of packed in there. You're in range.
Okay. +3 Warhammer. 11 to hit probably doesn't make it.
No. Close.
Okay.
You swing, and
Oh, well.
this cat, even in its bloodied state, kind of dodges Mira.
Mira is pissed off that something would dare attack its partner in crime, and it's going for it. All right, let me just make sure I have the attack stats for Mira. Been a while. All right, cool. Yeah, just +5. Okay.
+5. She gets
Mira is like, how?
2 tentacle attacks.
Yeah, 2 tentacle attacks. I just want to make sure it was +5. First attack.
That's a hit.
Yay. I might as well do the second attack first. Second attack.
That is also a hit. She can spread that out if need be.
Okay.
So she's got
Well,
this one that she can hit and this one.
Well, let's see if this one survives the first attack. I'm going to roll all 4 of them, and then we'll go from there. Does she survive 2 points of damage?
She does.
All right. Does she survive the other 4?
She does not.
Okay.
So Mira takes down one of these cats. 2 tentacles raking across and kills the cat. Malachi, what would you like to do?
Malachi is not fucking around and is gonna do magic missile on this guy right up here next to Mavis and them.
Okay.
He'll 13 points of damage.
Okay, so your magic missiles streak out and strike this cat. Goodman.
Goodman's gonna. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I got enough. I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna swing my Dwarven thrower on him.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
That is a hit.
This +3, 6. 6 points of damage.
Okay, so Goodman comes out and pings this hammer right across this cat's face.
Jackson will step up to here and actually, no, fuck that. That one's got people on it already. They're all molly-whopping it. I'll just move to the next one, step straight up here, and go for this one.
Okay.
And move, stupid mouse. Sorry, fighting with my computer.
Seems to be a lot of that going around today. Ooh, soft 20 hits. For another 6. Alright, and what's Dentry gonna do?
Gentry will turn his attention to this one.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh.
A nat 20.
13 points.
For your total damage 13.
Yep.
And
This
then,
Jackson's got the Vorpal.
this is Dentry.
Yeah, but that was Gentry that did the attack.
Oh, damn it.
Roll a
Look at me not
D20.
I know.
Fuck up.
I know.
Roll a d20.
I know. Roll a d20?
Yes.
Okay.
4. So Jackson brings his, or not Jackson, Dentry. Not only does this damage to the cat, but he deals an additional 2 points of damage and cuts off 2 of the cat's toes on its right paw.
Oh, shit.
Saber-toothed cat, so that one, he, I believe, failed. Does he? No, he makes it. So this one is going to try to return the favor on Dentry. $24 with a claw
24 does hit entry.
for 6 points.
Jerk.
And another claw. 16's gonna miss, and a bite. An 8's gonna miss. This cat up here is going to. Oh yeah, that is a hit.
Punk. Hurt me.
For 6. Okay, so your Venger attack, you stab this cat right in the chest as it's coming up for its bite, and skewer the cat and kill it.
There it hit me. What does it think it is?
This one up here on Jackson, claw for 19.
Nope.
And another claw for 25.
Yes. That'll do it.
For 5 points, and a
5
bite
points on Jackson.
for 24.
Yep.
It's going to clamp down for a bite for another 8 points.
Ow.
And last but not least, this one. Is going to try and do 2 claws on Goodman. Is Goodman wearing a displacer?
Nope.
Okay. First claw. That isn't going to do it. Second claw. Shit, that's not going to do it. And a bite. All miss. Goodman. And, yeah, no, it's fine. Alora, what would you like to do?
Was it Jackson that got hurt again just now?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They're fucking mowing on
Okay.
him.
He needs another.
And see, the
heal.
problem is Jackson just keeps running up and grabbing the cat's head and going, boogie, 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 and the cat's like, you know.
Okay, so he gets 5 back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Something.
It is, and I will gladly take that 5.
Borman.
Oh, we're just constantly getting crowded. Borman's like, "Oh, you're making me move again.
You
I'm gonna move right up over here.
know how much I hate moving.
Yeah, so I can get a clear shot at him, hopefully, and throw in the hand axe.
Okay.
Does 14 hit?
14 hits.
Eight points of damage.
Oh, ouch. Once again, your axe bites in and flips back into your hand. Peppermint.
Gonna move around and attack. Hopefully hit. Ooh, that's a soft 20. I'm sure that hits.
That does hit.
For 10 points.
Ouch. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So Peppermint swings down and hits hard, bites into this cat, and the cat hisses in pain and anger and lets out a meow. Mavis.
How much is Jackson missing?
Jackson is still missing another, like 16, 17. Oh, 18. Shit, I'm down another 18.
Okay, we'll try a cure serious wounds and see if that does any better. For 7. It's a lot
Thank
closer.
you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm appreciating it all.
Mira.
Mira is pissed off that another cat dares and kind of takes a little jig-jag movement to get behind this one.
Okay.
And where'd it go? There you are.
That's a hit.
Might as well try the other one.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Let's do the.
Okay, well we'll roll the first. We'll
Yeah.
roll the first damage before we handle that.
Right. For 5. Mira. Roll a d20.
I want to.
A 10. So Mira, on her second attack, tries to bring down her tentacle, and the saber-tooth reaches up and claws one of her eyes, and she's now blind in that eye.
Fuck. Like forever, ever?
Well, I would imagine.
Magical healing.
Yeah, I would imagine that a healing spell would probably
Okay.
help her out.
Oh,
Malachi.
Malachi sees no reason to move, and
And
will.
cast fireball.
No, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna get this guy up here near Jackson,
The whole area is going to smell like a Korean barbecue.
and that is my final magic missile for
Ooh.
14.
Okay, and these 4 darts slam into this cat, and it slumps to the ground dead. Goodman, there's only one
Good.
cat left. Yep, it's in it to win it.
Goodman's gonna swing his Dwarven thrower with a nat
Ooh.
20 and do 9 points of damage.
Okay, so yeah, your Dwarven thrower slams into the saber-toothed cat's head and crushes it. You guys, so in with these cats, and a mix between the cats and, of course, this juvenile mastodon, there is some treasure to be had.
We gotta have Jackson go search through its poo.
Right? No, so it is not like a. This always cracked me up. World of Warcraft. Oh, we're gonna go out and kill a wolf. I killed this wolf, and a +2 battle axe fell out of it. Like, how
Yeah.
the fuck did that happen, right? No. You find ivory, and the tusks of the saber tooths of these cats is worth 330 gold pieces.
So 330 gold pieces worth of assorted ivory.
Yes.
Okay.
Jackson immediately rushes over to Mira to inspect her wounds.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
you,
we need to.
yeah, you
Okay.
guys can. I mean, this was at the end of your day. You can make camp and spend some time healing up, however you would like to do it.
Okay. So everybody gets 1 turn with the healing stick for 1d6 + 1. And then if you want any other ones, I got spell slots.
Didn't you already use the healing stick on Jackson though?
Yeah, you're right. Jackson doesn't get any more
Okay.
from that. If he needs other healing though, we can do it. He does. I remember that. I'll do at least 1 more.
And we
Okay,
get to
for
roll for
4
sleep, right?
4 more?
4 more? Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's pretty close to full, isn't it? Or not really?
Yeah, that's. Well, let's see what I get from sleep first, because we get a D6 for sleeping, right?
Correct.
It's his hip that's really hurt. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah. So Goodman will be like, "Oh, I can help with that," and he'll smack his toe with the hammer. Be like, "I bet you don't feel your hip anymore." So,
The old trick.
yeah, the old.
Let me show you a little trick taking mine off the plane.
when I
Yeah.
when I injured my knee at Amazon, the the first thing I had to do is go to a uh, basically a workman's comp clinic, and this place, holy shit, sketchy, I gotta say. And so I go in there, and there's this Russian doctor that has such a thick accent, he's hard to understand. And my wife's sitting there, and my wife is trying not to laugh, and he's like poking my knee, and he'd go, "Does that hurt?" Yeah, and he'd poke the other. Does that hurt? Yes. What about that? And he pokes both. I'm like jumping every time. And he's like, "Does that hurt?" Yes, it hurts. Don't cry. And my wife is just sitting there, fucking in tears, laughing so hard. I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking, it's a knee injury. What do you think? So you guys spend the night recuperating. I don't if you guys are still injured. I mean, those cats were worse than I anticipated, or they got really
Yeah,
lucky.
Yeah.
that 2d8 bite is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And
So I have 4, 5, 6 cure light wounds. So who else
I'm
needs
okay
some?
after the rest. After the rest, I'm good.
Okay, everybody, all right?
I mean, I'm down like 2
Yeah.
HP, but that's nothing.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, you wake up in the morning. You kind of eat your breakfast and travel on for the day, and everybody can make a wisdom ability check. So you want to roll under your wisdom score. Oof.
I still got to do 2 more. Hold on. Oh, Goodman got it.
So traveling through this region, it's not as snowy and Arctic as it has been, but Goodman can see that there is a rocky crag. Hold on, I need to copy some tokens. I need to go over here. Unless I already put you guys down. I did not. Sure, we've got. Nope.
So like everybody's walking, and then Goodman like looks over and goes, "Y'all don't see the Rocky Crag? Right over there.
Yeah. So
It's
yeah. You see a
in the
rocky.
rock."
You see this rocky crag, and jutting up out of these rocks, you see what looks like a tower, and it's obvious looking at this that the tower should be much taller than it is. It looks like it literally fell into the ground, and only the top 2 or 3 levels are sticking up. Here, I need to give you guys some. That's weird. Huh.
I mean,
Some of you guys have it, and some of you don't. Wait a minute. Dentry. Okay, so Dentry has night vision. To 60 feet. Yes, that works. Peppermint has night vision. Feet. Malachi has night vision too through the eye, doesn't he?
Yep, 60 feet.
You know, one of the cool things. So they almost got it right. You can set a color for night vision. What would have been cooler is if they gave an option to turn everything black and white. At least in my opinion. That. Okay. So. This is the the Rocky Crag, and right here you see this kind of tower that's kind of sticking up, and there is parts of this tower are crumbled, and you can see inside the tower. The floors that used to make up the upper levels of this tower are completely unstable as it is, what's left, and most of them have fallen down. But there is towards the bottom of this tower, you can see that there's a jagged cavern that has cracked open in the earth, and what's left of this tower is just a hollow shell that goes down into this cavern. This is pretty much the this is pretty much the description that you were given of Jottheim, and you feel that you are in the area. And Goodman, as you not only did Goodman notice this tower, but Goodman smells a acrid stench. Kind of brings a sting to the eyes and kind of a metallic taste to the mouth that's coming from down below this tower.
He'll wonder why everybody doesn't smell that like he does. Like, holy fuck, how can you not smell that?
You guys,
it's like when you fart in the bath water, you know, and the bubble comes right up under your nose.
You guys can move your exploration movement rate. Bring up a master map.
And so, I mean, like this little passageway here is kind of the way into what remains, right? This is nothing really, right?
Hold on just a second.
Can I have my hawk or my
my
hawk any kind of recon?
You go through down the inside of this tower, and it leads out into here.
Okay.
Can my hawk do any kind of recon?
I mean, probably not going to. I mean, where do you want it to? I mean, it's probably not going to want to fly into the cavern.
I'm looking for traps, Borman, as he's headed in.
Okay, we will get to you in just a second. So, what kind of recon did you want your hawk to do?
I mean, I guess like do like this tower and then like maybe just like the entryway of this cave or something.
Sure.
Maybe not too far, but like the entryway of it.
So the hawk, the hawk doesn't really find much around this area. In fact, you know, through the hawk, you know that there seems to be less wildlife around this rocky crag and tower than you would expect in this region.
Okay. I will relay to the party that we can expect to find some kind of ugly, nasty stuff to kill.
So,
which we kind of anticipate, but maybe put them on a little bit more edge.
In this area right here, Borman, you note that there's a bunch of rubble in here on the ground, and you find that there are a pair of skeletons that lay in the gravelly sand that makes up this cavern floor. And this entire area is filled with a poison gas.
Well, if the whole area
Fuck.
is filled with poison gas, can we get that fan out? We gave that shit away.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well,
We
okay.
can. Okay.
Let's get out and think about this, though. We don't want to be in
Yeah.
there and discussing it.
Yeah, let's back out and think about it. What I better run an intelligence check on this. Nope. Sorry.
Yeah, moving through this area would require a save versus poison.
Right. I know the answer to this because I've studied things from my experiences and stuff, but I guess I can roll my other two guys to see if I can.
Somebody
Oh
knows
shit! Yeah, so that'd be Borman. The thief probably and Goodman would both fucking know if you build a fire in the mouth of the cave, the air will heat up. It'll draw out the gas.
That's actually a really good idea. Convection.
Okay, that
would
beats
work.
anything I was thinking of doing.
Okay. You guys spend an hour. You build a small fire here, and how long are you going to give it?
Let's use the falcon as a canary. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, heard some
Jackson,
other kind of small animal
knowing it was
in
a
there.
joke, just looks at her and goes, "You're lucky that was a joke."
Let's see. I guess somebody's gonna have to go in first. Is just what we're gonna have to do.
I think we ought to. I mean, spend half the day. I mean, it is a solution, but it's a slow one.
Okay, so
I mean,
you spend
you
spend about half the day. You build a fire here, and spend half the day. I would say that is probably that's a really good idea, and you can still smell the faint acrid stench, but it's not anywhere near the point where it was before, where it was causing your eyes to tear up.
Okay, we'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
This gas might have been what killed everybody.
Probably. I bet we're gonna
That
find a
Weird
lot
thing
of
was there wasn't
skeletons.
corpses. There weren't corpses.
There's gonna be
There was
loot.
just were there corpses though, or was it just like an absence of bodies?
No, there's the skeletons are corpses.
Oh, there were skeletons. I missed that part.
Yeah.
Man.
I swear sometimes my brain just misses the details. It's like it was said, my brain's just like, no, you didn't hear that.
Oh, it was an old mining trick, by the way, to get bad air sucked out of an area. As the the mines almost always go down. You build a fire, and the hot air starts a draft, and it sucks out the
Do you
bad
do it
stuff.
right at the
Sometimes,
entrance of the cave? Is that where you do it?
yeah, kind of just inside the entrance, you know.
That is very clever.
That's cool.
Thank you for your knowledge, which helps us here.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I felt like it's kind of like borderline metagaming, But again,
Now
I
you did
would
the
think,
check first. You did the check, and the one
yeah,
meant you get to access all of the knowledge.
yeah. The one says
That
you
would have
ascend
sucked if
into
your
your.
characters didn't get the roles. You're like, damn it, I know it would do this, but my characters clearly don't.
Yeah, I was looking for like magical ways to move the air. So,
Oh yeah.
and I did not
How do
find
you get
any.
magic? It was like fire, just mundane fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, science is pretty solid, though. I mean,
Save the day with science.
You're a witch. You're
yeah,
science.
I'll
All
turn you
right.
into a newt.
All right. You guys can move your exploration movement rate. So you take up half the day, and like I said, the acrid smell, this acidy smell in the air is still kind of there, but not to the point where it's stinging your eyes.
And if these guys died here, then did they leave goodies behind?
They did not.
And
Looks like you notice that it does look like they've been here a long time. Any cloth or material has mostly rotted away, but Borman gets the impression that whatever was here has been picked over already.
oh,
Yeah.
well, that makes sense.
I guess we'll continue on looking for traps.
Okay. You don't find any traps in here.
I'm going to kind of get into this area right in here for everybody to kind of maybe gather up. I don't know. We'll figure out which way we want to go. Maybe I'll do a listen. See if I hear any noises,
So
which I wouldn't have heard noise as a thief.
you come to a section of the cavern that is kind of an intersection. It continues on to the east. There's a passage that goes to the north. There's a passage that goes to the south. And you distinctly notice you do find some traps in this area, but they're to the north. You find that there is a section under the gravel that is set to spring up spinning rusty blades out to the north here.
Oof.
Well, we need to disable that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was close. so Borman spends some time going through and kind of shimming these rusty blades so that they're stuck in place. One moment here. What are the rest of you doing?
Following cautiously.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that there's gnarly traps like that around.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was to the north. I guess we're kind of going north, right?
They're leading the way. You're our trap guy, so
Yeah. I'll do another look for traps as we're moving along.
Okay.
So,
See what you can see. Okay.
we're good.
Hold on.
Okay. Yes. That's the thing. I don't want to.
Okay. So you were looking for traps, correct?
Yes.
You don't find any additional traps.
All right. Well, then, I guess we'll continue on the the bit looking for traps. I'm not going as far as my movement rate is for the explorer to compensate for me looking for traps.
So at this
So
area, you do see that there is a passage that goes to the north, and then the passage that you're in continues on to the west.
I think I'm just going to follow this wall right here, you know?
Okay.
Is kind of what I'm thinking. So,
Okay. Peppermint, looking to kind of use with your night vision,
Yeah.
your dark vision, you see
Ooh.
5 kobolds that fine. Well, we know what they are. Five kobolds see you in the cavern, and everybody can. Well, whoever wants to. Here's how we'll do it. Whoever wants to, for the party, roll a d6.
I say the person that saw them rolls it.
yeah, whoever smelt it dealt it. So peppermint.
Yep. I rolled a 6. I hope that was a good thing to do.
Yeah, the party is not surprised. Neither are the kobolds. Everybody can roll initiative.
Okay.
All right. So, Peppermint, you see these kobolds. What do you want to do?
Do they see me?
Yes.
Oh shit.
They
Okay.
also have dark vision.
Okay. I'll shoot one in the face, hopefully.
Okay.
Let's do that. With an arrow. A normal one. I'm not gonna use a magic arrow and a kobold. For 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
And it's a longbow. My dex is supposed to be for 3.
Okay, so your arrow thunks into this first kobold and drops him.
Wow. I have
Uh,
almost no HP.
the other kobolds, of course, seeing this. Wow. Okay. Yet they start yapping like dogs. Borman,
Oh
what do
my
you want to
gosh.
do?
Well, they're yapping, and the Borman's gonna. They're up that way, right?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, there. I see them. Okay. Is there one right there?
Yes. No,
No.
that's a rock.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this Borman's gonna run right up to this first one and swing his Frostbrand.
Okay.
23 hits
Yes, it does. Hold on.
plus 3 points of damage.
Okay, hold on here. Give me just a second. Holy shit. So many kobolds. Okay. So Borman goes up and basically just disembowels this little kobold. Um,
Yeah.
Goodman.
Well, Goodman will hear the sounds of battle and think from right here, kind of hugging the wall a little bit. I could kind of see that guy right there, maybe.
Which one? Yes.
I'm going to throw my hammer at him. Does 13 hit?
Yes, it does.
Well, then he's going to take 6 points of damage.
Yes, and you chuck your hammer and take his head clean off.
Ooh.
Mavis.
Let's see. Uh, I am going to look behind us because that has saved us a bunch of times before.
Okay.
I see anything coming?
Let's see. You do not see anything coming up from these other two side passages.
Okay, good.
Mira.
Mira senses a fight to be had and tries to run to catch up.
I love kobolds. Best if they're deep fried, but
Move, damn it.
two
Okay.
right here.
Oh, that's a lot of kobolds.
Yes.
Well, that's kobold right there in front of me. Shit, I didn't even realize that.
Yep, there's one right there.
Well, Mira's gonna get to that one and num num num.
Okay.
If I can get my mouse. I don't know why. It's not working today. Okay, there we go. Fighting me on every damn turn. Okay.
That's a hit.
Sweet.
Oof. Mira shreds this kobold. She's got another attack. She could go for this other one.
Mm-hmm.
That's also a hit. And Beerus shreds yet another kobold.
Damn, a 3 does the job.
Yeah, they don't. They're kobolds. They don't have a whole lot going for them.
Aw.
From in the cavern, you see a kobold step forward, and go, "Wait, wait!" and speaking like broken common. No attack! No attack! What do you guys want to do?
Mm.
We got to stand down. I mean,
Do we?
we're
I guess
yeah.
so.
Well, we have pet kobolds that are friends. I mean, so we wouldn't think they're trash,
that's
right?
true.
You know.
Mm,
I mean,
I mean,
They're close enough to one, but not all the way.
Goodman would think they're a
Okay.
fucking trash race, but
yeah.
We'll talk to him. We'll say why.
so this kobold says, "You no attack anymore of my kinsmen. We give you treasure."
Well, that's
I'm
all
scared.
Borman needs to hear. Like, hell yeah.
Let's see what they have.
So yeah, he invites you into their cave, and these kobolds kind of all move out of the way and kind of let you guys in. And
Oh hell, there's a shit ton of them.
in here, you can see that
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, damn.
they are kind of all holed up living in here, and there's broken furniture in here. That looks like there's a large table and chairs that have just been shattered, and the entire room is filled with rotting food and bones and kobold shit, and you know it's pretty bad. Kobolds are not clean creatures, and there is this elaborate chest up here, and the kobolds, there's like 3 of them up here that are around the chest, and they're kind of like, "Argh." And this kobold that's like acting as their leader, he says, you take what's in chest, very valuable treasure. You leave us alone."
Open the chest.
So it's not locked. You open the chest, and all that's in here are old, rotted clerical vestments. They're just cleric robes. And the kobold is like, you see very powerful robes.
Mm.
Well, we
Do
gotta
they
have our
used to
cleric
be
look at the
powerful,
robes.
maybe?
I mean,
Then
Mavis would
only our cleric would know.
yeah, Mavis would recognize these. You don't recognize what god or religion they're attached to. It's clearly something from before, probably before the Reckoning. So these robes are well over 2,000 years old. They're not in good condition, but they're in better condition than if they hadn't been taken care of in this chest. And clearly the kobolds have been taking care of them, believing that they are some kind of magical robes. But they are clerical vestments that to a god that either no longer exists or is forgotten to the histories of time.
Okay. Well, I don't mind
Oh,
taking those. We could use mending, and maybe a museum or something will want them.
Okay.
we'll toss them in the stuff.
I hope it doesn't make anything stinky, but yeah.
And the kobold tells you that he says we found, if you go north, we found in a chapel.
Oh, well, that'll give us some information then. And we don't have to fight any kobolds anymore, so that's cool.
Yeah, they
Yeah, right. Like, where do these kobolds get such nice robes?
Yeah, they saw you slaughter their kin, and this one saw the writing on the wall.
Good. Very smart.
So you can move your exploration movement rate, and they are just happy to see you go.
Yeah. No doubt. We're gonna let Borman go in front, though, right?
I offer them a flask of some of the hallucinogenic wine.
They
Well,
greedily take it from you, and they all start passing it around. Thank you, you kind to us.
Oh my gosh. I hope this doesn't come back to bite us later on.
What are you
So
talking about?
Borman,
They're gonna have a good time.
you don't find any traps in here. What you do find is that this looks like at one time this was some kind of temple. In the middle of this room, you see that there is a shattered, what was once an altar has been shattered. It looks like it was probably pretty opulent in its day before it had been struck by debris that fell from the ceiling and kind of just crumbled it. And you can see that there are 4 columns in here as well that are kind of in the process of crumbling. And every once in a while, a little bit of dust falls from the ceiling, and Goodman can kind of detect that there are slight tremors that move through the earth. Thinking that this is not entirely tectonically safe, but he doesn't feel like anything's going to completely bust in. It's not like anything. You're not in a danger of a collapse just yet.
Okay, good.
Mavis though can make a wisdom ability check.
Here we go. Let me check. That I made it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you can this chapel is, you can see that in some of the partially ruined carvings on these columns, and from the decoration that is still legible on the altar, that this is dedicated to ancient gods that you have read about. Basically legend and rumor or speculation of gods that were worshipped before the reckoning, some 2200 years ago, so way back in ancient history.
Wow. That's cool. All right, that's what's here. You can check out the rest.
Borman, you can make a wisdom ability check.
Okay. Borman might have made it. Just pushing the wrong buttons, making things difficult. And my wisdom is 11.
Okay. So you find, kind of off to the corner of this shattered altar, you see that there is a floor stone. This room, I mean, most of the floor now is like a loose gravel, but it's obvious that this used to be tiled at one time. And you can see that there's a loose stone that is kind of askew.
I will move it.
So beneath, you find 2 things beneath this stone, and it looks like this was a purposely built little square hole beneath this stone to hide these items. You find a small wooden box with a little brass clasp to kind of latch it shut. It's not locked, but it's just latched. And then you find a small pouch made of crushed velvet.
I've got to look in the pouch, but I'm holding my breath when I do it.
Roll D100.
Hmm.
50.
In the pouch are 26 silver pieces, 26 electrum pieces, and 26 gold pieces.
Someone had to think
All
of
of that.
numbers.
Yeah, all of that is great. Great loot.
26 gold, electrum, and silver. Got it.
Malachi can make an intelligence ability check. Holy shit.
Yeah, I did it.
Malachi believes that this is. He says, don't take all the coins out. He
Why not?
believes he believes that this is a very rare item, magic item, that hasn't been seen in ages, and he simply refers to it as an ever-full purse.
Ooh.
These, the way these work, well, I will show you.
The pouch of inflation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. A pouch of minor inflation. It's a pouch of COVID checks.
Ooh.
Right. I hate it. This is the Everfull purse.
Cool.
So as long as one silver, one electrum, and one gold piece is left in the pouch, each morning it will refill with 26 of silver, electrum, or gold every morning.
So only put down 25 of each.
Okay.
No, I mean, instead of 26.
Gotcha.
We got to leave one in, and Borman is just gonna kind of go interesting, and he'll take the stuff out, hand it to Jackson, and kind of glance around at everybody as he puts the pouch in his little safe things. It's like I think I will tend to this.
Okay.
He's a greed-based character and something that spits out gold. I gotta think he wants that. So
Right.
I hope he can control
yeah.
himself enough to not take all the pieces out.
Right.
Right.
Might be
Yes.
a bit of
Yeah.
And then in addition to this is this small wooden box with a brass clasp on it.
Gotta open it up. And again, I'm holding my breath
Open
as
the
I open it.
box.
Yeah.
Someone had
So
to say it.
you open this, and inside there are small cork stoppered pots of there's one of each color, and there are several, but they are little pots filled with paint, and there is a set of brushes that are set in here.
Foreman will take them out carefully and ask Mavis, is this some kind of that religious shit that you do with?
Mavis can make a intelligence ability check.
Okay. I missed.
Yeah, she's
Wow.
never seen
I know,
anything like this
no.
before.
Alora, look.
Okay.
And also missed. Damn it. Okay.
Uh,
I mean,
Malachi will
Yeah.
look, I guess.
Oof.
No, I don't know, man. We need
Yeah.
to ask an expert before we go fucking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither of my guys would know, so they're not even gonna look. They're just like,
Yeah.
it's that stuff.
Fair enough. We'll ask
Unless
somebody
you think
else.
a little
Maybe.
bit of druidic magic would help the ranger.
We won't toss out the stuff though.
Well, I mean, if it's a magic item or treasure, I guess the rogue might have a background.
Yeah, the rogue can go ahead and make an intelligence check.
I don't know. I think my intelligence is 11 though. Let's see. Yep, Borman's intelligence is 11.
Okay, so you have this box with mystery paints and brushes in it.
A mystery
Cool.
paint box is
Yes.
what we will call it. The mystery paint box.
We could just paint stuff with it and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's a fun way.
Certainly could do that.
Gentry is tempted to be the test goon and be like, I like pretty pictures.
Yeah. So what are you painting?
Mm,
Paint your face.
I mean, no,
That's risky.
he's gonna paint a really cool looking Warhammer, but like not so good at it. A really, in his mind, a good looking Warhammer, which turns out to be a super basic hammer. Like, see, hammers are pretty.
So
Like on the wall?
So Dentry spends some time making this fairly. I mean, it's not hard to draw a hammer, but it's not artistic. And he paints it, and it comes up out of the image and becomes a hammer.
Sweet.
These are this.
Neat.
For those who are from Dungeons and Dragons, they're called in 5th edition. They are called Nolgers paints.
No, who was it that tried to do the painting for the hammer?
Dentry.
That was Dentry. Then you have to write all that shit down, Dentry. I'm embracing the
You can
magical
just put down
paint box.
pigments of sovereign creation, and I've already got it into our handouts here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Figments of sovereign creation that, for whatever reason, Dentry is the one.
Dentry's becoming the
Yes.
artist.
It's good to spread
Well-
around magic items and stuff so that not just one person is scanning through like a paragraph of things when they're trying to solve a problem.
Right.
Man,
True.
we have a whole lot of magic items.
It's a little bananas.
Yeah. Is-
Let me put you guys. Oh, she didn't really move. I'm gonna move you guys to where you would be and able to see kind of what's going on in here.
Goodman will be kind of watching the back more than,
Okay, that's fine.
he.
Goodman, over this short period of time that you've been kind of perusing Dentry's artistry, Goodman notices that the kobolds in their little cavern are getting louder and louder and more capricious, and are getting a little bit aggro.
You should get out of here. They'll sober up eventually.
Like
This
they're
one,
talking shit.
yeah,
aggro?
and kind of pushing each other around and just basically getting aggressive. And this one kind of comes out to the entrance of their little cave here and points at Goodman and goes, You steal from kobolds.
Goodman will throw his throwing hammer at him. He speaks kobold. They are a dirt race to him. He will not take much to put them in their place. Should I make a roll?
Yeah, good. Make and you get a +2 to that.
Oh, so that'd be a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, and so he'll take 6 points of damage.
You just Goodman just kills this kobold outright. Just ping, and all the kobolds go ape shit at this and are all ready to attack again.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. It was too fun to resist.
Everybody roll initiative.
It's okay. We can take them.
I'm sure we can take them. It's really more of a pain in the ass to spin the rounds to get rid of them all. But Goodman is Goodman.
That's
And-
true. You know. I can totally
you told
see a
me,
dwarf
you know,
doing that to you. Shut up, bam!
Yeah. You told me they were that he sees them as a trash race. I have to act accordingly, right?
Right. I mean, Goodman wouldn't hate kobolds as much as, say, goblins. Gnomes, on the other hand, hate kobolds the way dwarves
Kobolds
hate
Bad
goblins.
shit.
Yeah.
I don't mind playing Goodman as a racist. You know, yeah, he'll be
In
like,
the true
"Hey,
sense of the word.
I've got a cobalt that's a friend, so I'm not a racist."
you know,
I have a
Colin.
slave kobold back at my camp. What are you talking about? I'm not racist.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've
Man,
got
I
rights
forgot.
to use the K word. So fuck y'all,
I was
man.
gonna say, you know, Colin's kobold. That's our word. Borman, what do you want to do? You hear from the back of the party, you hear ping, and like all these kobolds just start yapping and
It's
yelling.
on now. Mm.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've got to do. I've got to. I got 30 feet. I can get to right about here, and then I'm gonna use one of my special ethereal jaunts,
Okay.
and I am going to. Yep, I'm gonna be just right there in the hallway down here. Just I'm really kind of more of a watching down the hallway as all the noise and the battle. I'm thinking as this progresses, that area is going to get really fucking clogged. So I'm trying to serve a purpose and not being there.
Okay.
Jackson is dying to use Thunderwave on them.
Mavis, what would you like to do?
Oh hell yeah, Jackson.
Yeah, because
Unfortunately, I'm
a
not the last
thunder
to
wave
go.
potentially.
I can't make it to him. Shit, I'll get kind of close. I'll appeal to their reason, which is stupid, but it seems like something I'd do.
Yeah. Like, come on, guys, you don't have to really die today.
Can we all
Man,
get along and such?
I've got to do last rites for every one of you dumb fucks that we kill. You understand how much work that is? And I don't remember the text. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, Thunderwave potential to kill a lot of them.
Too bad I'm like the last one to go.
Yeah, I mean, if that's his plan, so the kobolds are going to rush forth.
All right.
Let's see here.
Like, we were friends. We were drinking buddies. What happened?
Yeah. Things were so good for a little while.
The horn of blasting down that hallway.
Oh, yo, that would do it.
That'd
Yeah.
fuck him up. It might get us into trouble too, though.
Yeah,
Well,
you just got to do it at the opening of their little cave area where they are.
it was playing one day, and we come up to this big castle, and the dungeon master was like, so what do you want to do? And so I knocked on the gate and told the guy that we came to kill all the evil motherfuckers in the place. I pulled the whole castle. The alarms went off. And we just stood right out there at fucking the front and killed off all the fuck. It was great. The rest of the session was just going through an empty castle looting. We lost somebody, but half of the fun of the game is making a new PC.
Right.
Yeah.
My old Saturday night group, the dirty drunk bastards. They there was one guy that played in that group that I killed like 3 or 4 of his characters. He just had like a binder full of characters, right? And and at one point, actually one of those characters died. I wasn't the one that killed him. So there was an aboleth that charmed him. And if you know anything about aboleths, in order to break that charm, you have to get like a mile away from them, and
Wow.
they were like 7 levels underground. And the rest of the party was like, you know what? They figured out what was going on, and they're like, fuck him. We're not climbing 7 levels out of this dungeon and then moving a mile away in order to uncharm him. So the rest of the party just ganked him and murdered him right there and left his body in the fucking.
Oh my god.
Damn.
That's cold.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
man, and the needs of the many and all that shit.
So this kobold, there 2 of them are able to get in and make attacks. One's going to swing his little dagger-like weapon on Goodman.
Mm.
And he's got no bonus. Oh
No.
yeah. Goodman's like whatever. It just kind of brushes him aside. The other one's gonna try and stab Mira. 12, I doubt, gets her.
Doesn't do it.
And so Mira just kind of steps aside. The rest of the kobolds are all flooding into this cavern. What does Mira want to do?
Mira, having the empathic bond that she has with Jackson, knows she needs to clear a little path for him. So she's going to take out the 2 right here.
Okay.
So you can go for this first one. Gonna do what I need to do to help my master.
That's a hit. Yeah. She
As long as I don't roll 2 ones.
she shreds a kobold. And is she going for this one or this
Yeah,
one?
that one right there, yeah.
Okay.
The lower one. Yeah.
Okay.
15 hits, right?
Yes. Yeah. She shreds another kobold.
And then she will move where its body was to kind of keep them in place.
Okay. Malachi.
Well.
Oh man.
Oh.
I mean, I know what Jackson wants to do, but
Do it, Malachi. Do what you got to do.
I
Fireball!
can't. I can't see in the middle of there, and I can't move and do it. So, and I want Jackson to get his chance to do some cool stuff.
Oh,
So,
no, man. If you want to fireball a room, fireball a room.
No, fuck you. Get in there and fucking do your thunderstep fucking Rudy Toot. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot this guy right here with a crossbow.
okay.
And I was like, oh, I can finally use this fucking spell. And Malachi's like, oh hell yeah, you can. And then I'm gonna do 5 points of damage to the one I saw.
So this kobold just stand there and just his head snaps back as a crossbow bolt sticking out of his forehead. Goodman.
Um. Goodman's already gone, ain't he?
No.
No, that was the beginning of it. All right. Goodman's gonna kind of defend Mirror right here. He's gonna kind of just step up. Well, he'll throw.
Okay.
Throw that thrower. Wing.
Yep.
22 to hit.
Yep.
7 points of damage.
Pings. This kobold just kind of comes apart into a splatter.
Yeah, and he'll yell at him, Kobold. You're not even worth fighting, you fucks.
Peppermint.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of them. Jeez. Okay. Well,
Worthless little shit.
I'll attack one. Yeah. 12 to hit
Yep.
or 8.
She just decapitates another one. Alora.
15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I'm going to throw a dagger in the room and we'll see if it hits one of them.
You could hit this one.
14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Fun. That's pretty good.
Dagger thunks into another one and tacks him to the wall for a second before it flips out back into Alora's hand. And because they're all hallucinating, they don't have a morale check. So Jackson, what would you like to do?
Jackson jumps up to the opening to right here, and it's just like, y'all need to simmer the hell down and learn to hold your drink. And we'll cast the Thunder Wave, which has a 15-foot range.
Yes. So Thunder Wave.
So I should get this first, yeah.
I mean, you. 15 feet. So you could do that way or just straight in.
Whichever way gets the most.
Probably.
And if I need to move a little bit this way to change the angle of it or something.
Yeah, that would probably.
Yeah, that's a good angle.
The best
Yeah,
one
that's
right
the way.
there.
Right there.
Okay, so they have to make a save versus spells, which is not going to be good for them. They need an 18 or better. And they fail. So, first of all,
the D6, and then they get pushed 10 feet, right?
Yes, so go ahead and roll a D6. We'll see if... Probably going to be parts of them. Oh, really?
Fudge! Are you serious?
Wow. That's one...
It's not fair. But they still get pushed 10 feet.
One...
Any incidental damage from pushing them?
No.
Damn it.
He gets pushed 10 feet.
I had a spell. It could have taken out a bunch. It didn't take out a bunch. Whatever.
One...
I pout and I leave the cave. I go, no wonder you... why you people even cast spells? These are stupid. I stick to weapons. Weapons you can trust.
That's how I'd be feeling.
Okay, so yes, you thunder wave, and they all get shoved back and take a. Well, I mean, half their hit points are missing. I
literally just needed to get a damn 2.
Dentry.
Andrew's like, this is stupid. I'm not even engaging.
This is completely dishonorable. You get them high and
That's pretty true.
then.
I
Borman.
just wanted to murder Hobo, and I'm not here for that.
Borman, what would you like to do?
I want to listen for noises.
Okay.
I should hear a noise kind of standing out here in the hallway.
Let me see. Hmm. You hear the sound of dripping water, just a drip, 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 coming from up this passageway. Kind of echoes down the passage.
Like a what again?
Like dripping water. Just a constant
Okay.
drip.
All right. I'm just gonna kind of hunker down and be there.
Okay. Mavis.
Um,
Flame
Well-
strike.
I'm gonna throw a rock at them with the sling. I haven't
Okay.
done that in a while, but
Okay.
it'll kill them if I hit them. Fucking 2. I'm sure I missed. Okay.
Yes. Yes. The 2 misses.
I'm out of practice. Oh,
The
man.
kobolds are going
I mean,
to
there's so many. Did she really?
rush.
Yes, I really did. Somehow.
Uh, so many. Old Don Knotts, maybe. Why are there so many kobolds? They'll rush forward. One's going to swing on Jackson. An 18. That's actually pretty good for a kobold.
Wow.
It is. It's not going to hit, but it's pretty good.
One's going to swing on Peppermint. Oh no. What happens to the kobold? It swings and Peppermint blocks with her shield and its blade breaks, so now it has like a broken sword or a broken dagger.
Aw.
It doesn't seem to notice. And the last one's going to swing on Mira and miss with an 11. What's Mira want to
Revenge!
do?
Oh, why did I do that?
That's a hit.
Where is the D4? What the shit? Okay, fine. D4. Booyakasha. I mean, you said they had 2 hit points?
Yeah, this one is shredded instantly.
I mean, it's a guaranteed kill if she attacks.
Yeah, her her tentacle just rips this guy open and he drops to the ground.
She then uses her other attack on the next closest one.
A 9, she actually misses.
Oh shit! Damn it, Mira.
Malachi.
There's just not a lot I can do. I don't really want to use up my resources on this shit. I'm just gonna try to
Fine, Dentry will walk in there and just use his Venture next turn.
I can squeeze it through. I can get way back down there. I'm just kind of moving on.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Uh,
Okay. Goodman.
now, Goodman is not one to retreat. He'll get right up here in front and roll a
That's a hit.
16 to hit.
Yep, that is a hit.
6 points of damage.
Smashed kobold. Like, just. Peppermint.
Let's go attack.
Okay.
13 to hit.
Yep.
Or 8.
She swings out, cuts a kobold in half. Alora.
Sweet. Can I get in there and try and stab one? Maybe.
Okay. You got one right here.
Okay. That's a 10 to hit.
No, that's a miss. He kind of.
Okay. That's the first time I used the dagger to not throw it. I just didn't think I could really.
This one looks like he's got cracked ribs and he's kind of limping, but he still ducks at the last second. Jackson.
Mm.
You got this one right in front of you.
Jackson's just gonna step up and like just kick it in the face. Like not even like
Okay.
Just immediately.
Yeah, it would be an unarmed attack, so D20 plus your strength.
My strength. I don't even know. D20 plus 1.
Huh?
Nope.
Yeah.
I would have missed either way.
Yeah, you miss. Dentry.
Oh, God. Dentry's like, oh my God, is this still going on? And he like runs. He does a run to get like into the room. If I can select his fucking character token.
So you can move like what, 40?
Yeah, if I can fucking select him.
Here, I got him. So he can get to like there. And he's kind of these other guys.
Yeah, just put him right in the center of all the mayhem.
Okay.
You can't attack, but if they attack me, they'll die.
That's true. Borman, what are you doing? Still hunkering down?
Nope. I'm gonna go invisible.
Okay.
Oh, we're double. Oh, that's funny. Okay. And then with my chalk, I'm just gonna kind of write on this wall right here, and I'm just gonna kind of go about 30 feet right in there.
Okay.
Looking for what's up with that water, you know?
Yep, you can still hear that there's a sound of dripping water coming from up here. It's kind of echoing down this corridor. Mavis.
Man, it is really crowded, isn't it?
I thought they might like murder hobo each other and they're in like a fit of drunkenness. I didn't think they'd come attack us.
Yeah. I can't get in there. Whatever. I'll make my way towards the exit because it's not like they're gonna kill us. So
right.
We're just
True.
waiting
You could just leave Dentry there to kill them all off.
So this kobold is going to swing on Dentry. And miss. Or maybe he did hit, but Dentry blocked him. That is a hit. For dead kobold. Dentry immediately slices a kobold to death. This one's going to... It's going to swing on Peppermint. 14 probably misses.
Yeah, misses.
This one is going to swing on Dentry. Oh, God. And... So it somehow So yeah, it somehow swings on Dentry, misses, cutting its own eye and blinding itself, and then Dentry just stabs and kills it. This one is also going to swing on Dentry. 18, that's pretty good, but no. So Dentry gets Avenger attack.
Sorry, I had like one of those phone alerts. It was like an endangered, something's happening. I'm like, what the hell?
Tornado? What?
Like I'm a tornado? We get those here?
Evidently.
Dantry. Dantry will walk further in. Yeah, if I can, I can't select Dantry for whatever reason.
No, but you've got Avenger attack.
Oh, Avenger attack. My bad. I thought it was my turn.
That's a hit.
I'll put him back. That's another dead one then.
Yes. So it goes to attack Dentry, bounces off of Dentry's armor, and Dentry promptly kills him. This one's going to make an attack on Dentry and miss badly.
Repost.
That's a hit. Yep. There's so many kobolds.
I know. I'm sorry. I thought they would start like fighting each other, not turn out to fight us.
He's gonna attack Dentry with a 10 and bounce off Dentry's armor.
They might have started fighting each other, but
yeah, they're all focusing on Dentry now. This one hasn't done anything. He'll attack Dentry. Sooner or later, somebody's got to get a nat 20. Misses. That's a hit. Oh, Jesus. This one just explodes. like the critical hits from the old Baldur's Gate video game.
Boom.
This one's going to attack Dentry. Uh-oh. I've gotten several ones and not a single 20. I mean, statistically, that's absurd, but...
You just rolled another one.
Yeah, I rolled 2 ones. He trips and falls prone in front of Dentry, which will stop the carnage for a minute. Mira.
Mira's like, I want some of this. Mira's just gonna do like some crazy athletics, jumping around to get to the back of the group.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll assume it could happen somehow.
Statistically, she'll kill another 2 of them.
Assuming she actually hits. Doesn't roll a bad roll, because now she's cursed.
That's a hit.
Oh, she hit. Sweet.
She rips one apart. She gets her second attack. Oh no! Mira, roll a d20.
See, you cursed me. You jinxed me with your ones.
14. Overshoot blow, wrist strike opponent, and shatters, dropping weapon. So she reaches over and her tentacle overshoots and it hits the rock and kind of she busts the bone in her tentacle or the cartilage in her tentacle, and so she only gets 1 attack now.
Damn it.
Malachi.
We'll fix her up. Don't worry.
All because I wanted them to get high and hurt each other.
I'm just ignoring that.
Like, it's not happening. La la la.
I'm just gonna kind of move this way and 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 stand there trying to clear out.
Then Malachi can make a wisdom ability check.
No, he can't.
So you don't find Borman, and Malachi does not see the chalk writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Goodman.
Goodman is continuing on with their tradition. That guy's prone. He's going to kind of step over him into the fray a little bit here and swing at a guy.
Yep.
With a 22 and 6 points of damage.
Yep, that's another dead kobold. He
I will
brings it down and crushes his head.
Step on into the room.
Peppermint. Got a kobold right
Let's
in front
keep cleaning up here. Let's see. Damn it! Did I miss? I got 6 to hit. I'm sure that missed.
That does miss. Yes.
Sorry. I'm gonna move out of the way. Let her try.
There you go.
I rolled another 2. Okay, that's cool.
So you go ahead and this kobold's like ducking and dodging. Even when you're not attacking him, he's still ducking and dodging, like he thinks he's fighting some hallucinatory monster. Jackson.
Jackson is like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. And then just runs up.
An 11 is a miss. You swing and he ducks. Dentry.
Dentry's just like, this is stupid.
If you want to attack this one that's prone, you get a +2 to your attack.
I don't need a plus, so I'm gonna like step over that one, or on as I move through, I guess.
Okay, yeah, just step on him.
And then now I'm surrounded again, hopefully. And now then I'll kill like one of the other ones. I don't know. You can pick which one I attack. I don't
care. Yeah. That is a hit for sure. In fact, I mean a 29. Roll damage again.
Oh, okay.
Dentry swings and cleaves through 2 of them in one attack. Borman, what are you doing down here? Getting into trouble.
Yeah, I'm just kind of creeping along with my chalk on the side. You know, coming up in here and looking about, looking for traps.
You do not find any traps. Looking here. Yeah, you don't find any traps.
All right, still trying to figure out where that water dripping is coming from. So
in this room, you can see that there is a large grouping of stalagmites that have grown up, and on the ceiling there are stalactites that look like they're growing down, and at some point in the future they will kind of meet. And you can see that there's water dripping down from these stalactites, mineral-rich water that has caused these formations to form. They're all differing sizes. They range anywhere from about 9 feet to 3 feet in diameter. But this is a fairly large chamber that it opens up into.
all right, I'm just gonna kind of look about and see if anything is living, you know, and if not, I'm just gonna kind of back out.
Roll a d6.
4.
No, but up here in this corner, you notice the light kind of glints off of something metallic.
Ooh. Uh, it could be a rust monster. Don't they look metallic?
No,
Hmm.
they look
No.
like a cross between an aardvark and a armadillo.
Well, I've used my movement and I've listened and looked. I'm gonna go look at the thing next time.
Okay. Hold on.
Next time I'll go investigate and get killed being by myself. No one know where I am.
Splitting the party.
Uh,
Surely, if we split the party, we can explore the dungeon faster. I actually had a group. My old Friday night group actually thought that way. They only thought that way one time, but I just sat there and fucking laughed, like, okay, yeah, sure. Mavis.
I'll try and do my part
I
and
mean,
clean up.
you get a +2. Oh, that was Alora. You get a +2 to attack this one.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is Laura. Crap. I need to move Mavis over. Oh, I got a nat 20 finally.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
It's 9.
yeah. That I'm not even gonna bother rolling on the table because you bring your hammer down and just splash him into a puddle on the ground.
Cool.
The kobolds. Looks like there's only 3 left. Finally, Mira's sitting on one. Nope. This one is going to attack Goodman. And nothing. He catches
No.
air. This one's going to attack Dentry. And miss. Dentry, you get a Venger attack.
I mean, you try to give someone a little bit of alcohol and just, give them a little bit of a fun time, and
That
they
is a
just want
hit.
to attack you back.
And this one, Dentry just stabs him, and he's done. And this last one's going to swing on Jackson for 15 that Jackson parries. Mira.
Mira will attack the one that attacked Jackson.
Okay.
How dare you? That is my master. Master. That's close.
Mira
Oh, wow.
shreds him completely. Mira probably has more movement and can make the final attack.
Oh, yeah, she got plenty of movement. I just don't see. Oh, there it is. I was like, where is it? There it is. You can die. You can die if you want to. You can
wait.
leave your world
Mira only
behind.
gets 1 attack because she broke a tentacle.
All right. She goes over to attack it and forgets and just
Her
wet
tentacles
noodles
all
it.
floppy.
Aw.
Malachi, what are you doing down here?
I'm just milling about wondering where Borman went. Probably will call out for him.
You can make another wisdom ability check.
Yeah, I got it. So I guess
yeah,
I saw my chalk mark.
Yeah, you see the chalk mark on the wall, kind of an arrow pointing to the west and around to the north.
All right. Well, I will go.
And it looks like
Go
fresh
back to-
chalk.
Yeah, I'll go about 60 feet. To right where the thing stops and kind of look around for Borman, who's invisible.
Right.
Well.
So because
Borman, are you
of
here?
your night vision through the eye, you can see that there is a chest up here. It is a large iron-banded chest. Sits up in the northeast of the cavern. It has a large, heavy, but padlock that is crusted over in rust. It's just encrusted in mineral deposits from the mineral water that drips down in here. it is obvious even to Malachi that this is going to be a difficult lock to pick. Specifically, that means that it is it's going to be a -2 to your lock picking check.
If you
Okay.
want to wait for me to use the chime or something, just
Probably a smart idea.
Goodman.
Oh, there's that guy.
Yep.
All right. And 6.
Yes, you smashed the final kobold finally out of this fucking pile. God, that's a lot of kobold. And the room is clear in here. Well, I mean, this was their lair, so table P. Their hoard amounts to 9 copper pieces.
Yay!
That was their hoard of treasure.
oh man.
I find the one that looked like it was the leader, and I put 2 copper pieces on its eyes, and I go, "Hey, sorry about that."
Okay, okay. It's funny that you do that because the 2 copper pieces on the eye, there is a future adventure that I'm working on that's going to play a significant part in the adventure. Like,
Oh,
Goodman
wow.
will
like a really significant part.
Goodman will take one of them and kind of put it up on this broken table, and then take the empty keg and put it in its hands like it died drinking.
Just
You
gonna
know?
prop him up like.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck these dudes.
They died doing what they loved, being awful and smelly.
So you guys can move
Yeah.
your exploration movement rate.
We need to find
I did
Borman.
not see that happening that way, honestly.
Me neither. That's pretty crazy. Do we know which way Borman went at all?
Only if we have wisdom.
So Peppermint, you can make a wisdom ability check.
Okay.
Actually,
I made it.
Yeah, you can just make out Malachi's robes appear, and you see that there is a chalk mark on the wall.
Oh, okay, cool. I went 20 feet to get here. And then I get another 70. Really? That can't be. Oh, okay. So he caught up to him.
Yep. And what is Malachi and Borman doing?
They're talking about that chest over there. They're like, "Oh man, you see that chest over there?
Well, I mean, Malachi looks like he's talking to himself then, because Borman's in bed.
Yeah, that's what he's doing, and then Borman's like, I'm hunting rabbits, and he's still not convinced that there's nothing living in here,
Okay.
So he's gonna kind of head this way and look around while the Malachi waits on the rest of the party.
Okay.
I mean, he's got to see everybody coming around
Right.
the corner,
Everybody can keep moving their exploration movement rate. I mean, you can move up into this cavern however you want.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, if you want to.
good enough.
Yeah.
Want me to ring that chime?
Yeah, ring the chime and open the box.
Before she can ring the chime.
Oh, shit.
I will allow Allura to roll a d6.
6.
Nope, that's not good. So, let's see here.
We don't notice the trap.
What's Alora's AC?
15.
That's a miss. Come on. Come on, roll 20. There we go. A 16 is a hit. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 16 because of the bracers of armor.
Okay, so 16 is a hit, 10 is a miss. So Alora is grabbed. 25 hits. Malachi, he's grabbed. Hold on, I need to measure. Oop, wrong. 21, Mavis is grabbed.
It's a mimic.
No, it's one of those.
A 21, Goodman is grabbed. It is. I will show you. I don't know if I have one of these.
Like a lurker. I think that's what they're called.
A roper.
Roper, yeah.
Object.
It's
Maybe it's
like a stalagmite with tentacles and a big mouth.
Ew.
It pulls you in and bites you, and it hurts really bad.
I read a porn with that once.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if I've got any. I don't even know what this is, but sure, I'm going to use it because that's just fucking weird enough.
Well, that looks weird.
Yeah. Go. And it is a roper. And so, everybody who's grabbed, so Alora, Goodman, Mavis, and Malachi, because you are grabbed, you are suffering from weakness. You have a -3 penalty to attacks and damage rolls for 3 turns.
Okay.
And
Fuck.
it hasn't dragged you up, so it can't do a bite. But it, you guys being, that'll be its next turn. Tentacles can be severed. Requires a hit with a magical cutting weapon inflicting 5 or more damage. They have +2 saving throws to magic resistance. Can only be harmed by magical attacks. Unharmed by cold or lightning. And spell immunity. They are immune to 1st through 3rd level spells.
Dang.
And that is where we will break for today. If you guys want to, let's go ahead and roll initiative so that we know where we're going to fall in the stack starting for next week.
Wait. Well, I mean, knowing that this thing is immune to magical attacks, I'm not even going to have Mira fight. I'm going to be like, Mira, you hang back. You can't hurt this thing.
Well, yeah, that's true, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, because she does not do magical damage.
Does not. There was a chance to give her a spell. I could have taken a spell that gives her magical attacks, but I was like, if I need her to have magical attacks, we're fighting something strong enough that she shouldn't be in the fight anyway.
True.
So.
Wow. What a way to start off the next game.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry we wasted so much energy on the freaking kobolds. I'm sorry, guys.
We didn't burn any spell slots. Nobody got hurt.
No.
I think we're okay.
Okay, let me divvy up
Okay.
some XP. You guys did get, I mean, not a lot, but there is some.
We got 9 copper worth.
Right.
Right.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
And a robe. Oh, yeah, and the ivory. Forgot about that.
Everybody gets 342 XP.
Alrighty.
That's wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
And we will pick this up next week at 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Thanks
All
so
right,
much.
thanks.
Appreciate
That was
you.
pretty
All right,
fun.
have a good one, guys.
Bye.
You too.